Morning, everybody. It's Dr. Kenton Wakes Up. I'm Dr. Kenton. Good morning. Today is Tuesday, January 21st, 2025. It is 10 degrees Fahrenheit. It's probably 7 when I took Winston out. It's 8:51 a.m. So today's the day when the trash gets picked up, trash and recycling. So it's out there. It's ready to go. In the cup today, Brooke Bond Red Label tea. With coffeemate. Today I was lucky enough to remember to use less. And tastes better. So today's Tuesday. Tuesday's ordinarily a day when I would do work admin stuff. That's going to be the way for today. I got a lot of aligning and straightening to do to be ready for the start of the semester, which is next Monday. I think it's the 27th. Yeah. My teaching schedule doesn't start until later in the semester, but I need to be prepared for that, and there's a lot of stuff that I need to do. Also, admin stuff for the people who I mentor and for the people for whom I am the dissertation advisor. So, admin. Work-related admin. I don't think it'll get me, but you can tell now. Sun's brightly shining. So the thing that I learned from my neighbors, Nancy and Merlin in Iowa, was that if the sun is shining, even though it's desperately cold outside, it will do work on, like, for example, if you scrape your sidewalk pretty good, shovel your sidewalk or your parking, what is it good? It's not your parking lot, your driveway, and the sun shines on it for an hour or 2 or 3 during the day, it'll be mostly dry. It'll melt off whatever's on there. Sun will melt off whatever's on there, no matter how cold it is, and it'll be dry. So yesterday, also bright and sunny, I shoveled the snow as good as my shovel would allow me, and lo and behold, where the sun hit, it's nice and dry now. But those places where it didn't hit, it's still covered with snow and ice now, whatever. Anyway, so sun's brightly shining. They used to, this is not, I don't think it's airing, the euphemism is airing dirty laundry, and they used to hang their laundry year round when the sun was out. They didn't have a dryer. They hung their clothes inside during when the sun wasn't out, and when the sun was out, no matter how cold, the sun would dry their clothes. So that's something to remember. The power of the sun. It has to be bright sunshine, not cloudy, not like overcast. Bright sun. So anyway, I'm not going to talk about the politics of yesterday. But I got invited to a, what is it called? Amplifying the positive. Let me just make sure I get the name right. Amplify the Good meeting from my a longtime friend Martha. She lived in Canada. As it happens, 3/5 She invited, I think she said she invited mostly random people that she knows. Turns out in the one last night that three of us were from Maryland. And one of the other participants was from like 20 miles from here in a little town. So that was kind of cool. So, you know, what Martha was trying to do was find out a way to engage people in amplifying joy and good and positivity as a way to, you know, perhaps a coping mechanism for the next handful of years. I think that by and large the metaphor that's in play right now is to just distract people with all the nonsense, and then to hope that nobody's paying attention when all the serious stuff gets brought to the attention. Serious stuff won't seem as compelling or interesting when you've got all this other circus sideshow going on. And unfortunately, H.L. Mencken was right. You can fill in your own H.L. Mencken stories, but the ones about the nature of the level of, I'm going to get the quote entirely wrong, so I'm not even going to try, but the premise is people think they know what they want, but they really don't, or at least they don't think about the secondary aspects of what they want. Like, everybody wants to live without having to pay taxes, of course. Wouldn't it be great to have all the money you make be eligible for you to spend toward your needs and wants? Wouldn't that be great? But you also live in a society, and society costs money. It's you don't usually see the benefits of society, but you know, you have a road that you can drive on. Somebody else clears the snow off that road. Somebody else comes and takes your garbage away. There's water that's safe to drink when you turn your faucet on. You may be getting protection from a fire that would break out in your neighborhood. If there's criminal activity going on, you're probably going to get a response from a police officer or two. If you want to read a book and you can't afford to buy it, there's probably a library nearby. You see, it took me not that long to come up with 7 good examples of what society does for you. Sometimes people lose sight of that or forget, and it does cost money. So taxes are necessary. And if you want to live in a well-ordered society, you might have to pay a lot. But I'm not here to talk about politics. The thing of today is to get my stuff laid out in front of me, to be able to, as they say, rip and run, pick up a project and just start working on it. That's the intention and the plan. So we'll see how that goes. As I said, it's very cold outside, so I gotta monitor the pellets. The thankful thing is the temperature can get pretty low. The house will stay decent warm as long as the wind doesn't blow. Right now it's calm, so I filled the pellet stove yesterday and it's still got plenty of pellets in it today, so I guess it was calm overnight. It was pretty windy on our last walk at 10 o'clock last night, though. Wow. Anyway, so that's pretty much it for today. Just remember, everything's fine. You will find that there are people around you who share your same motivations and desires and fears. So help those people understand that they are not alone. You are not alone. And that can go a long way. All right? Love you, bye.